Boy here because he just got a heart.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
It's recording. Like, yo, that's Drake.
You already recorded? Okay, now we're going.
Fake Drake.
All right, we're starting.
Welcome.
Ready to go, boys?
Let's do it.
Of course.
All right, uno, dos, tres.
Welcome to Gaming Pop. We have our very great guest, Dmon, here in the building. We've got Charles and Jhonny. Well, I should say Dmon.
Dmon.
Come on, I was trying to add a little extra to it. You know,
I
it's my
appreciate
fault.
stuff. I mean, Dmon, but, you can call me Dmon. You can follow me at Dmon_the boss. I'm going to promote myself. Got to get the plugs in
No,
here.
go ahead. We'll put the bar. We'll put the
You
tab
can
right
listen to me
there.
Every Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m. on Unnecessary Roughness. Thursdays, the fight game with Dmon Cotton on 12:30 The Game. You can also get that wherever you get your podcast. We got UFC 276 coming up this weekend. A pretty big card. Israel Adesanya versus the Cannoneer. Jared Cannon. I'm not going to call him by his nickname, Killer Gorilla. Why my brother got to do that to us. But on the show, also, I'm promoting myself before getting the plugs out the way now.
This is
Get
the
it
introduction.
done.
Let's go.
We'll do it again later, too.
Max Holloway, Blessed MMA, the trilogy with Alex Volkanovski, UFC Featherweight Championship of the World on the fight game. This is probably going to be up after, but go back and give it a listen anyways. After UFC 276, I know that's July 2nd, but go back and listen to the show anyway. The fight game going to have the champ and his competitor, Alex Volkanovski and Max Holloway on the show.
Let's go.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Exciting opening.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got the plugs out of the way.
Yeah.
We're podcast ready now.
You know what I'm saying? This is our guy. He's about that life. He's about that life. So feels good. Feels good to have Dmon on. We've been wanting to have you on for a long time.
I know, right? I wanted to get on that Batman episode. I was just
So bad.
Batman.
Oh my god, so bad.
I remember after you guys left the movie, I was just like, so what you think about the Batman? We got to go see it a second time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was so bad.
We had so many
We were supposed to have him on for that review, guys. We were supposed to have
That
him
was
on
our
for that
bad.
review.
That was our bad, too.
We definitely fumbled that when we went and saw that movie. It was so bad. But
Here we are.
If Dmon was on that review, we would have ate Jhonny up though.
Yeah.
We
would've ate him up.
we would have ate this man up because he hated it. And
it was such a good movie.
Hey, Mitch said that's his favorite movie of the year, bro. That's crazy.
I'm not saying it's a
That
bad
man has
movie.
almost watched 100 movies this year.
Who's is it?
Mitch.
Mitch put that on his 100?
No, he said that's his number
That's
one
the
movie, but he's
best.
almost
He would
watched
not have put
100
that on
movies.
his 100.
For this year.
For this year. This year.
I
He
mean,
said that's his number one movie.
it's pretty good, but it's not as good as Top Gun.
I wouldn't.
Top Gun Maverick, ooh, take me to the danger zone.
You-
Oh, man.
Look,
I don't
I'm
want
sorry,
to.
but
Did you see Top Gun?
I didn't see Top Gun. I'm not going to
Okay,
see Top
sorry.
Gun.
Why not?
Because that's one of those America feeders where it's just an America movie.
Sometimes it's
All
just
right.
what America needs.
Hey, but you know what?
Just like the Homelander.
Dude, actually,
Hey, beautiful segue. Beautiful segue. So, we're going to be talking about The Boys. We have not talked about season 3 or the show. I don't feel like we've even talked about The Boys on
I
Game
think we
of Pop.
talked about it like one time for a split second.
Rarely, man.
I think we compared it to Invincible. It was probably
Okay, for a little bit, maybe a little bit.
About the only
so, we have never done a deep dive of The Boys.
Never.
I'm here to tell y'all, Dmon has done his homework. He loves The Boys. I love The Boys. Jorian
I
loves
like
The
The
Boys.
Boys.
So, this is about to be a fun-ass conversation. Dmon,
Yes.
how do you feel about The Boys as a whole? As a whole, what do you think about the show?
The Boys is one of the best constructed superhero TV shows that's ever been made. It's one of those things where sometimes some people may think it's too heavy on the satire, or maybe they're trying to invoke too many real life things. And you see sometimes that the things don't land. In season 3, some of the A-Train Black stuff, some of it doesn't land, but it's still good that they're diving into it. In season 2 with Stormfront, where they're really tapping into oh man, those racial. That racial ideology that hey, you will not replace us, and it's just like that type of stuff, and it's
Pretty
like,
crazy.
man, this show is tapping into some real life stuff. Season 3, Homelander. I think we had a president that's still on that. Hey man, the worse I am, the people love it more.
Oh yeah,
And we saw Trump. We saw him get elected by just hey man, I'm gonna just say what I want to say, no filter,
Crazy.
and people gonna eat the shit up.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that.
I love it.
Oh my god! Like
love
this
it.
show, it's the best. It's the best superhero TV show because every episode it leaves you wanting more. And then the way they develop the characters.
Yeah.
MM,
Crazy.
Mother's Milk. The way the way he's displaying his emotional vulnerability. Mental health issues.
Yeah.
But you're still seeing that from a strong black man on TV as well. And it's the things that Marvel just doesn't delve too much into. where you have this group, you have a collective, but everyone in this collective, they're fighting for a certain reason, and just not the one end goal of, hey man, we got to save the Earth.
Yeah.
No, and what I'm liking about this current season is that it's like everybody's team against everybody, and they're kind of like crossing paths and like, we're not going to fuck y'all up right now, but next time when we got a little bit more time, it's on. I'm kind of liking that about this season right now.
It's how do you feel about it?
The show in
whole,
general,
too?
I like what you said right off rip. I like how it's
what you
well
said,
constructed.
yes.
Like the well constructed of just even a show in general. It's like pieces are put together. No one's a bad actor. The satire, like y'all said, is on point. I think there's like not a very disappointing moment. I feel like there's not an escapable episode.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's honestly pretty crazy. It's crazy. I rewatched season 1. Dmon said he was rewatching everything, so that kind of made me want to rewatch it. So I rewatched season 1. I didn't get to watch season 2, but I'm all caught up on season 3. Season 1 though, from the first episode, I watched the first episode, and the first thing that is like struck in my head when I'm watching, I'm just like, damn, dude, like the show has not changed really. Like they've continued this quality from the first fucking episode. And that right there is insane to me. Like, just the first 5 minutes of, I think like 3 minutes of Huey losing his girlfriend.
Yeah,
I'm
Robin.
Like, that is the Robin. That's the first moment that I guarantee you hooked everybody.
Yes,
Like,
because
what the fuck?
Because it lets you know that like nothing's like off limits on this show.
Yes.
Everybody like is on. Sometimes you watch a show and they're like, well, they can't kill that person, or you know,
Yeah.
it's yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that person's not going anywhere. And sometimes you're seeing that a little bit now in season 3 with Congressman Newman and Starlight. They had their conversation. Like nobody's gonna die in the scene.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
first episode, you don't know who any of these characters are. So for him to just be holding Robin with his like just forearms in hand as he looks down, and A-Train's just. Man, I gotta go. Goddamn, I gotta go.
Yeah, I can say it was such a shock. It was like such a shock to be like, yo, this is what's going on in this world. Like, goddamn, what a sell. What a sell. Like,
for real.
I'm not too big on the comic book material. I honestly cannot tell you the comic book material, but I've heard they've done some changes. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on the show, you said it completely well. I think the acting is fucking superb. I think Homelander, Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, I think he's going to get all the roles after The Boys.
No, I don't know about what he's got next, but give that man an Emmy.
Yeah.
Give that man an Emmy.
He's insane.
That man needs a trophy for that's the best performance on TV.
Yeah, like he could just not say anything, and you can tell he's so pissed or annoyed. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna do something crazy.
Yeah.
And you know he's not, but you just know. You're like, are you though? Are you gonna do something crazy?
My favorite scene
just
was
amazing.
when he's in the mirror and he's like talking to himself in the mirror and just like complete open. Anybody who ever talks to himself in the mirror is like, holy shit, my mirror person is talking to me. This dude's like, okay, I'm listening. I'm sorry I disobeyed you. Like that shit is interesting.
True.
But I
Homie is
like-
on some mental shit.
About him going to himself now because we've seen him lose. He lost Stillwell in season 1.
Yeah.
Stan Eggers basically called him bad product, and he's looking at him like for daddy approval. Stormfront, I mean, she's he was buying into the Nazi bit for a little, like, I'm not down with that Nazi stuff, but you're
I
showing
can
me
overlook
love.
it.
So now,
I can overlook it because of this.
yeah, but so now he's at that point where we even see it. He's like, noir. I'm
Love
Yeah.
glad we had this talk. You're the only one I can turn to.
And
now.
he shit his
Noir
pants
doesn't
as he's
see it.
saying that,
But
too.
Noir never says a word to
Exactly.
anybody. Like, what do you mean, Noir? I can come to you. So now he's like, hey man, I've got to get that affirmation from myself now.
Yep.
My own son doesn't like. So it's just where like we've seen him just his mental health, like you can just say, deteriorate to the point where he's just like, hey man, I'm all I got now.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And that mirror version is what I'm actually scared of. I just think that's the one who will snap, and that's the Homelander that people should be scared of. Because whoever the dude is now who's all like pissy and why baby, it's like that's still the human portion of him. Whatever that mirror version is
Though.
supposed to be his like God version.
But I bet even the mirror version though was telling me, it's like, there's just a little fucking tiny part of you that you need to cut out.
Can I just
Homelander is Homelander. I think the mirror thing, obviously, like, yeah, you're talking to yourself. I get that. But Homelander, to me, he's Homelander. He's still a piece of shit. Like, let's not sugarcoat. He is. He made the Deep eat that octopus right there. Like, come on, bro. That was a great that was disgusting. It was gross.
But that shows like how maniacal
he's
he
evil.
is.
He's
For the
evil.
Deep, his welcome back meal into the
Yeah.
7 is
Yeah.
just, hey man, and he's like, this is my friend. He's got a family. He's saying,
Yeah.
please don't eat me. He's like, eat that fucking octopus.
Yeah. And even the girlfriend's like, fucking text. She's texting him, eat it. Like, just do
That
it. Eat it.
woman, what is her
Some
motive?
weird
She
about
wants
her.
the Deep to be in the 7. 7. What do you mean?
But what else? But what's her motive?
Something weird about
besides
her.
Yo, man, it's that connection to power. It's
Something
that.
weird
It's
about
that.
her.
Thing.
But
Ashley
you
started
in the
this-
circle.
Ashley started the show as the head of talent relations. Now she's the CEO of Vought. Come on, man. People don't like when you gain that power. People don't want to give it up. That's why when season 2, you got A-Train in the deep fighting over who's going to get back into the 7.
Yeah.
A-Train went so far. Hey, man. Now we're even, bitch. He had to get Stormfront out of here because they was going to put the deep in before him. People want that power.
Yeah.
He could still be a superhero. It was like, no, I want to be in the 7.
So that's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
because it's like you add that into. I hadn't even thought of it on that level because now it's a Game of Thrones game at the same time with the power struggle kind of schmidt.
That's something I wrote down in my notes. That's something I wrote down in my notes.
It's a power struggle like that?
The Game of Thrones thing, Starlight, when she was talking to, what's her
The
name?
senator girl?
Senator, yeah.
Victoria Newman. Yes,
Yeah,
Victoria
Victoria.
Newman.
So when Starlight was talking to Victoria, she's like, I'm not gonna play your game no more. Like, she was like, you want me to play your game just so you could end up being on the big pile of shit here at Vought.
Yeah,
so when she said
exactly.
you're gonna end up being on the pile of shit, it made me think of Game of Thrones. Because I'm like, this show, in the way, I feel like the superheroes, in the way you said it, immaculate. You're like, I feel like this is the best constructed superhero TV show ever. I feel like superheroes, they just use it as a base. And everything else is where they get into that satire, the real worldness to it, and the Game of Thronesness to it. There's so many people here I feel like are a Varys or a Littlefinger. So many. I'm like, bro, this is just superheroes covered in a deeper story that is a Game of Thrones type TV show. And the way that everybody's expendable in a way. You know, it's crazy.
you mentioned Game of Thrones, Stan Edgar, where like, we got Homelander. He's like, yo, you're not the CEO anymore. I'll be the CEO. And he says, hey, man, well, that means I don't have to clean up your messes anymore.
Yeah.
And then he's almost looking content. He's calling him a bad product while he's just having a drink. It's almost like that. I don't have to play the game anymore. I'm done. You can do it, like, because I know eventually, as we see with Homelander, that first meeting where he's at the head of the round table. So what are we gonna do about like numbers? And they're asking him business questions. He's like, "You saying I'm dumb?"
Yeah,
and they're like, "No, Homelander." Like, but no, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You cannot be in
need
this
Stan
position.
Edgar there to help you. Like,
You're the product.
Yes, because we should for shit know that Ashley can't do shit.
Yup. And I'm like, come on, Ashley now? Ashley? I will. Ashley is a very interesting character. Why do you pull your hair out? I mean,
The first episode, yes,
she's-
because we saw that she was going bald a little bit. I don't know. In season 2, it was a little bit of a patch, but then like where she's let's real quick that first episode, season 1. I mean, the first episode of season 3, where they start with the movie, The Dawn of the Seven.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Bork cut.
Yeah, the Snyder cut.
Yeah, come on,
He
man.
was like, thanks to the fans, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh,
Charlize Theron and Stormfront, like, oh man.
so good.
But then, like, the part where it's like the subtle stuff about this show. That so
Yes.
Ashley, her and the director, they're getting it on in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then she like basically brushes Huey off, and then he's like throws the hand in the trash can. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Shake Huey's hand,
It's
and
like-
it's like you know he didn't wash his hand.
What the fuck?
That's like the subtle stuff. It's like that's so
How
funny.
did you get up here? Go. Hang on, watch your
Now we
board.
got a special guest.
Go.
We've got a special guest. The dog. Maybe that'll get edited out. I don't know.
Nah, he'll be in there. It's way too much to cut that out. It's a cute moment. You stay right there, buddy.
Right there.
So yeah, I mean, the boys has been the boys.
What
What do we feel about the boys? Because the actual Huey,
Dude.
what the hell? Why can't I remember his name? Butcher and Mother's Milk and Frenchie
I was going to say, don't forget my boy Frenchie, bro.
Yeah.
And Kamiko.
and Kimiko. Kimiko's my favorite.
Are they? That's a team, yeah?
That's pretty much the boys.
That's a team.
But
God,
what I think about the boys so far, Butcher's going so far, him and Huey with the temp compound V.
Yes.
They're taking it. I think that the boys, it's almost like it's factions of the boys. Now you got like your different subsets in the boys, like you've got like almost like two different shows after the end of Herogasm.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got Huey and Butcher who are like on the power trip.
Yeah.
And like, yo, man, we gonna keep shooting up this compound V because this shit nice.
Yeah.
And then you've got Starlight and Mother's Milk who are trying to do things the right way, however they see fit.
Yeah.
And then you got Frenchie and Kimiko who is just like, man, they're on their own little journey right now.
Their journey is
Yeah.
getting rough.
But so the two that I'm siding with the most I'm on that Starlight Mother's Milk train because I like that they're on screen chemistry. When you see that, like, hey, she's always asking about him, like, hey, how you doing? Because we know he's got the OCD thing.
Yeah.
You know, even like last season where it was just him, her, Huey in the car, and where it's just, yo, man, it's just like not like sexual tension, but it's like, man, I like what they got going.
Yeah.
You know, these are like two nice friends. You know.
I agree.
But
They're
with Butcher
pretty
and
cool.
Huey, it's just like, you know, these motherfuckers.
No, and she's able to dig out like the truth from him and all that. Like it's you can tell it's a good chemistry, like you said.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a good point that you picked up on with that chemistry, dude. Because honestly, and then they're in the car, and then even when they're at the door at Herogasm, it was like that. Just the chemistry of them standing next to each other.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
it.
He just gobbles it up.
You just see slack vagina.
Yeah.
But did you notice? I'm sure you picked this up. The love sausage.
Yeah, the love
He's from
sausage.
the fucking thing.
Yes. All
He's
right.
from the thing. And he
He's
was
from
like,
the breakout.
you seem familiar. And I'm like, it's your fucking meat, bro. Your meat.
Yo, your meat
Your
was
meat, you
wrapped
remember
around his
the
dude's
man.
neck when they
Yeah.
were like into like the one little security
Yeah.
place.
Yup.
And then you've got Mother's Milk. He really had it bad in Herogasm. So first it was just
Oh
like
my
a little
God.
like, God damn, what's that
Oh
on the
my
jacket? No,
god,
he's
that was
what's
so
that,
good. That's the shrink guy. The shrink
termite?
dude.
What was it?
I couldn't tell you what his name actually.
Oh,
is.
Termite?
Termite.
Is that what it's?
Oh, Termite was,
That man
Termite was
hopped
episode 1.
That nigga hopped out of some bussy.
No, who's the guy who hopped out of the ussy? Is what we're asking. I thought that guy.
Oh no, was he back? Oh man, did I miss it?
It was
He
a
was the one who wiped it on the.
It was a
Oh,
shrink
yes,
guy, and he got
yes,
bigger.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Because Huey was Butcher was so mad in episode 1 that they had to release him and they only got like some
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
That was him. He hopped out of some bussy.
He hopped out of some bush
ran
and
into-
just covered it in.
ran
Just
it-
like,
this
boom.
man, he was like, yo, what the fuck is
Yeah.
on my jacket?
Yo.
That was so funny.
But when
That's
him last Alonzo, he opens that door. Yo, I don't know who bust that nut.
I don't know what's on the other side of that door, and I don't want to
Yeah,
know.
I want to see.
He said, "Look that up, chocolate bear."
Yeah, he said, you big brown chocolate bear. Ugh.
I
Out
love
here.
how horny this show is. You remember when they make the trip over to Russia and Kimiko, she's trying to be one of the to this Russian
Yeah.
Russian millionaire or whatever. All the the Vault 7 like
Yes.
dildos. This
Oh
show
my
is so fucking
gosh.
freaky.
And then in the Herogasm, how they're able to like take little things from past shows
Yeah.
and still show the Starlight dildo floating in the air. She's
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck?
The dude
Like,
who was
yeah.
making the ice penis, but it's just like I love that it was also where like God dang it, Soldier Boy, you had to do it one time. Soldier Boy, how he's like, yo, I invented this shit.
yeah.
But then it's just like, but now it's just like a bunch of like D-list superheroes.
Yeah, there's a whole- yeah.
Yo, it
Yeah.
ain't like none of the main superheroes.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, man, we just trying to get our freak on.
Yeah, we just, hey.
I just think it's funny
Did you-
that the ice dude from X-Men turns
Yeah.
into to be the fire guy in the second season.
Lamplighter.
Lamplighter.
I
yeah.
thought that was cool.
And that's another thing too. With the world building, season 1, the first episode, they showed Lamplighter as part of the 7, and then I think he just retired.
he retired.
or-
They
because the kids, he killed the fucking kids or whatever. So I think he just popped out. I'm pretty sure they knew what happened.
Yeah,
Like,
of
alright,
course,
you need to-
yeah.
you need
There's
to
a
get
lot
out
that
of
happens in each episode,
Yeah, and
so
then
I
you,
have
like,
to
it's a
really
lot.
rewatch
It's a
it
lot,
it's like an
man.
hour each time, and I
Yes.
thought I knew
Yeah.
enough by jumping like halfway through the second season and catching up, but I guess I missed more in all that.
There's so much because the first episode starts with Starlight, where the Deep he's like, hey man, Lamplighter he's gone, but we got Starlight now, and then you're like, and then you don't get the payoff of who the fuck is Lamplighter
Yeah.
until
Until
season
season
2.
two.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
that's a good point.
It's crazy.
This show is like they're building because like you would be thinking, man, whatever. So why is Starlight join? And then it's like, oh yeah, and then like you see like whatever he's like in that little facility now, and he's going to testify against
Yep.
Vault.
Yeah.
And then Newman, that was like crazy too for season 3. Where they showed at the end of season 2 that
Yeah.
she's the head popper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But for her, and then Huey's like shook. For the dude,
Yeah.
they're like, he's like, yo, man, what do I need to do now? I need to break my arm.
Yeah, give me out of work.
No, she's gonna know.
Get me out of work. Get me out of work.
Just do it.
Dude, and that's something also too I've been appreciating with this show is the fact that this show has so many shows will take their sweet time. They will take their sweet time and they will drag shit out. Walking Dead, terrible. Terrible. This show, it's like this is we're gonna move on. The things that you would think would take this show to be forever, like the Newman and you think that Starlight wouldn't know, like she, as an audience, it'd be like, oh, she's not gonna know anything. And Newman just comes out, oh, like what, you think I'm gonna pop your head? Shit like that. In other shows, they would just drag that out. But for her to just come in there and be like, let's be real, you think I'm gonna pop your head? You know already.
No,
You know.
and
I'm
they pay attention to who's on the screen at what time. Yeah,
the writers in the showroom for this show, they make. Like, they understand the audience is smart. And they're like, hey, we're going to play with you guys as well. And we know our audience is smart. And we're going to say, we're not going to drag out this Newman thing. We know you know. I pop the heads. Like, let's just be real.
Exactly.
And then this show, yeah, so good. No, go ahead.
But then as she's leaving, Starlight, because they have that confrontation, because you could be like, all right, so what's about to happen here? They about to scrap it out? But it's like, no. We can see how powerful Newman is. But when she's leaving, Starlight knows bleed. It's like,
yeah, bro.
She just let her know, because we see that she can control it a little bit. So she's just like, yo, I can just give you a little nosebleed, just a little wink, like,
a little bang, boop.
Yo.
Yeah.
So would that defeat Homelander? Her? I mean,
he had the interaction with her too, where she basically had to turn on her daddy, Stan Edgar, because he's like, oh, you want to try to pop my head? Try it. Let's see.
Yeah.
And she was like, I got to protect my daughter. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Mr. Edgar. So she went with Homelander instead of Edgar, or she turned on him, and that's why he was ousted as the CEO. But I don't think she can do it though.
Really?
I don't think
not to Homelander.
Because you would.
Is it like he's got a mental block, or is it? I wonder what it actually is that she pops in the
Superman,
brain. Because that's kind of got to be the answer there. That's the nerd part of it for me.
Yeah. I don't know. That motherfucker's Superman. I don't really know what his weakness is. Who knows if Soldier Boy's blast could have killed him? But it probably could have, because obviously whatever his blast does takes away superpowers. It took away Kamiko's.
That's right.
What do you think about Soldier Boy?
Soldier Boy.
The name is the dumbest part.
That's the best part.
The dumbest part, but it is
Soldier
funny.
Boy. It's
I
like
love
makes
that
sense in
13
real
is
world.
payback.
Yeah.
It makes sense in real world.
Yeah, man. When you
Like real world, Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Oh, you fight for the U.S. Soldier Boy. Okay.
You know what I love about it though? When he first comes back, that's how the real Captain America should have
Would
been.
have acted.
Exactly.
Would have acted.
Like,
Oh my god.
The gay dudes. He was like, what? He just like, what?
How good of a movie would that just
Exactly,
be?
just like
just
him,
that. Some
Just
dude
like,
from
yo.
then coming back to now and
Bill
he's trying to walk
Cosby.
around.
That's America's dad.
He makes some strong drinks.
They were so out of pocket for that line. And Huey was like, holy shit. He's like, holy shit.
Because he eating the burger with him. He's like, where my super Oriental Asian sauce at?
Yeah.
He's like, they don't make that anymore.
I thought that was a Szechuan reference. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Either way,
Oh
that's
my
just a
God.
come of the
Yo,
times.
just out here throwing slurs,
Yeah.
He's like, you need us. He was like, we know the internet, Instagram hashtags, and he's just like, you
made that
just
up.
made up those words.
Yeah.
That
Jensen
shit,
Ackles,
just
I love
little
how
shit
deep
like
it
that.
was.
Yeah, you just made those words up. That was so good. He's
And then it's
good.
like, what's I hear about? We got beef with Afghanistan? Yeah. I'm like, what? But that also gives you that insight of just like,
how
where they
different.
try to go into actual U.S. government relations, how stuff used to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because when he gets taken out in the 80s, where they set him up, where Crimson Countess and his team, where they sell him out.
Yeah.
To the Russians, it was just like, oh man, and this is one of those parts where I say like the black stuff, it didn't land well. Who was it, Payback or whatever? Who's like telling them, or no, it was Madeline. No, not Matt. Is that still the name? Like, not Stillwater, but the one who's the head of the CIA. I'm blanking on her name now.
I don't know her name either, but I know who you're talking about.
No, but she's the head of the CIA. No, Butcher goes. She's hiding Ryan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
but I can't think of her damn name.
But when she's like, tell them the rest, where it was just like the Iran-Contra stuff, where it was like only to sell to black people. It's like, we know that the CIA was putting crack in the black communities. Y'all don't have to. We don't need a boys tie-in for how crack got into the black community.
Shit. No, they definitely did it hard. I definitely love your idea of that whole Captain America should definitely have a little bit more like, I don't know if this is okay, because in Avengers it's definitely like, all right, cool, I'm working for the good guys, when in reality it'd be like, the fuck? What are y'all really standing for?
Well, I mean, he did. I mean, he had some shit, but
he didn't fight it at all. He was just right on team.
It's funny when he came out. It's funny when he came out because Captain America was like, he was just in New York. They tried to play it on technology. He's like, oh, what the?
Yeah, it's just like
no, they played it off like he was a set.
They bet the $5 and it's just like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
He'd be like, yo, man, you tell me car. It'd be like, so. Not only would it be the electronic stuff, but I Captain America in the Marvel movies. He's as good as it gets. He's a good old boy. That's why he was able to take that serum.
Oh yeah.
Even he'd be like, so black people just get to.
We just get to mingle now.
I mean, I never had a problem with it in the first place.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's what we doing now.
I'm just saying.
That's my drinking fountain over there. I was really claiming it. I was liking that one.
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but it's just shocking.
Yeah.
Just wanted to confirm everybody's on the same boat.
Yeah.
That's so messed up.
No,
But I hear it. That shit
Bruh.
is so funny.
Also, Soldier Boy though too is he also has like that Winter Soldier part of him as well.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
Russian music. Yeah, the Russian music.
No.
I'm like
They mix that character well, and I love
Really
that the
good,
team
yeah,
is
really
called the Paybacks instead of Avengers.
Yeah.
That shit is
Oh,
clever.
yes,
That shit is
yeah,
so
dude,
clever.
bro.
Yes,
It's called
it is.
Payback.
Remember the little flying dude? He's just like, stop fucking flying. You're gonna get away position. He
Yeah.
just kept flying, and then he was the first motherfucker to get taken out by a missile.
Boom.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Also, go ahead. No, I was gonna say about Black Noir too, because like
Yeah.
he's still.
What's up with him?
Because I don't really know too much about the comics either, but some of the source in the comics, Black Noir is just a Homelander clone.
What the fuck?
He's just a Homelander clone.
I could see how it
what
would
you
be a
mean?
different person too, because in the old school one, the dude who was a black guy had a gash in his head, so
Yeah.
it made me think maybe he's mute. But you're not getting a gash in your head
No,
and
he's
still
still.
be a
I think
superhero.
he's still the same guy. He's still the same
he's
guy.
still the same guy.
Because when they
Okay.
said Soldier Boy out here, this boy he was like because
Yeah, he's
Homelander
still
hit
the
him with
same
the hey man, you don't want to
Yeah.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah. No,
He
he's
said
like,
that's
Soldier-
it.
he's like Soldier Boy. Cut.
Damon and Friday after
Oh,
next.
my God.
Yo, he's
Oh my god.
yeah.
He's
Thank
definitely
you.
still the same guy.
He said, "Let me get that tracker out of here." Yeah, 'cause he said Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
He got shook.
That's definitely the same guy. I think his face getting fucked up. I think that's why he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
He
Does,
keeps his
yeah.
mask on. I think that's why. But yeah, definitely still the same guy. What the fuck is up with him? I don't think he did anything bad to Soldier Boy though.
He's part of that team.
He's just part of the team.
I'm a part of the. I'm on the side. I don't think Black Noir did anything wrong. I think he cut out his chip because he wants to find Soldier Boy.
Well,
Nah, man. I think
no.
To like maybe team up. type
No, he
thing.
wants to avoid.
Yo, you guys
he wants to
think he did
avoid
some
Soldier
grimy
Boy,
shit? You
think
but
Soldier Boy
Soldier
tried
Boy
to-
doesn't blame him either. Because when he got to the twins and the twins tried to say, "Oh
It was
no,
Black
it was
Noir."
Noir," he's
Yeah.
like, "No," because he wouldn't make a move without Vough's approval. So
Yeah,
he already
yeah.
knows that he's a Vought bot. He doesn't have any beef with that dude. I guarantee you.
I
That's
still
a
don't,
good
I don't
point.
think he's
That's
gonna be
a
trying
good
to talk it out though. I mean, we seen.
He might not.
Yeah,
I think if
Crimson
anything,
Counters, he was just like, "Hey, hi." Boom, he let it rip.
Yeah.
The twins. Well, I mean, that was even worse because you like this dude. He ruined Herogasm. Actually, I mean, a lot of people trying to get their nuts off. And we
Yeah.
got Soldier Boy in here ruining the whole party. 'Cause
No,
he can't
Burning
handle
love
a
sausage.
Yeah, he can't handle a little.
Well, love
Love
sausage.
sausage was walking out of the house. Oh, that nigga had his meat as a coat.
He had to
A meat
wrap it
coat.
around
He
his
had a meat
neck
coat.
again.
He had a meat coat. Come on. A meat
Oh, so their
coat.
power stopped. So that's why the little dude was shrunk and he got I didn't realize that. That's what was happening every time. Bear. Go on, buddy. Go. We love you, but not right now. So what we're saying is that I'm sorry about the dog.
Bro, Termite dying like that was so funny.
So he
said,
turns off
"Please,
people's powers.
somebody
Yeah,
help
that's why
me."
Kimiko hasn't got her powers back yet.
Okay, but she's just still a general badass in
Yeah,
general.
man.
Her story was good.
That was nice for her to see, like when she says, like, "Hey, man, Vault didn't make me whatever phrase she used, like
Monster.
an animal." Yeah. It was just like, "Hey, it's just always been in you."
Mm-hmm.
And we see that with Butcher and Huey, like these guys, when they get that temporary compound V, is it like making you like it's just bringing out more of who you already are, so
Exactly.
you can do that more.
Exactly.
Where for Huey, it's just like we saw, like, yo, this whole as soon as this season starts, yo, he can't open a damn jar.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm just like, yeah. So it's just like, so Annie called him out on the shit. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for you.
Yeah.
Butcher, you're not taking the compound V because you you
For
just
vengeance,
yeah,
really.
you really. I
It's
mean, you're just
vengeance.
doing it for yourself,
Yeah.
and they're really just like they're taking it to a whole nother level. Another thing that's funny that's like a different from the comics and the actual show. In the comics, everybody's already on the V, because how are they taking this shit? You know, to try to fight off these superheroes. You would have already made that step a whole lot sooner.
Yeah.
You know, to be like, yo, man, how the fuck we gonna fight these guys? Well, we're gonna
Yeah. Everybody.
get on some V too.
Does-
I just remember Translucent.
That
That
was funny.
dude's not even brought up at all anymore, but that was a good guy.
That was good.
I feel like he
was
could have
good.
carried on a lot
Good
longer
introduction.
or anything, but it definitely was a good time to kill him.
I didn't like that character at all.
I know he was a dick,
I
but
don't know. I didn't.
He was
think-
an asshole.
I
No
thought-
pun intended.
I thought it would just be funny if he kind of continued on a little longer. Like if he was still in the cards right now, I wonder what the show would a little bit look
He's just
like.
an invisible guy. He's
But he had diamond
skin.
Oh, that was his perk. So are there two powers for everybody? Because what's Huey's other power? Does he have some sort of strength?
Yeah, I mean, he was hitting Homelander. He
mean,
was,
they're all pretty
that,
strong.
you know what?
Yeah, he hit
Hold up.
A-Train.
The
He hit
superheroes
A-Train
basically
real
all
hard,
strong.
and A-Train was like, how the hell did you do that? Because
Yeah.
you can clearly tell he's got some sort of
Well,
powers
A-Train a
now.
hoe anyway.
A-Train is a hoe, but I want him to
He's
not
slow
be a
now.
hoe. I
Nah,
literally just
he's
want
a
him
hoe.
to be a regular dude.
Yo, man, you let Blue Hawk take your brother out like that.
That too.
You know,
It's stupid. You just let it happen. Yeah.
Yo,
Come
because
on.
you always think like after he did the "We're Even" bitch in season 2, you're like, man, maybe A-Train not so bad. But we
Jalen didn't leave the camera turned around.
Yeah, I know. We got 28 minutes. I think we're chilling, but. Hey guys, how you doing? Nice to meet you. All right, cool.
What was that about?
So the
Because it goes out.
It'll cut out at about 30 minutes, so we have to restart it.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. All right. What was that? A-Train. But yo, the funniest thing was A-Train in the middle passage when this dude was like, "Yo, we gonna make a slave video good, yo. A-Train, Roots to Africa."
Yeah.
And then they was like, "Yo, where's like the subtle stuff? Well, maybe we could just release it on Vault Soul." Like, Vault Soul.
What is that?
Vault. That would be like some Vault Black shit, like
yeah.
Vault Soul, like
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
They're BET
Vault
Plus.
Soul.
But even in the first episode, season 3, where they were doing the whole
promos?
Snyder cut, he was like, yeah, we could have put it on the
Vault Soul,
Disney Plus, basically,
the
type thing,
doctor,
too.
yo,
And
the
I was
director
like,
said
oh
the
my god,
director.
this show is so.
He's like, he was like, all the fans
so
pushing
good.
for the theatrical release.
Yeah, you wanted the
to
real
scrap
thing.
the movie, or we could have released it on Vault Soul.
Yeah. It's so good. This show is so good. The satire, everything, the real worldness to it is just phenomenal. This show, Kid Cody, on our good friend of the show, he said that he thinks this is a top 5 show all time. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to put it in there yet, but he's like, I think it's already in there. And I'm like, yeah, this show is definitely
button. The picture button. I got it.
Should we stop talking?
No, it just stopped vision, but we're still recording audio.
Okay.
So now we just gotta match it up later.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where to rank. I don't know where to rank the boys, but I can. At this trajectory, with Herogasm, does that not feel like a season finale to you? With all the plot lines that were wrapped up into that.
But you know what? Oh, even especially with Annie doing like the whole like, and, you know, Homelander's gonna regret making me like America.
Yeah, the Homelander fight.
The fact that Huey got his punch in.
A-Train, he got this apology.
A-Train killed that dude. And that was a good kill.
A-Train killed that dude, and then he's probably dead.
He's definitely
probably dead.
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming back.
I kind of want him to come back though.
Just a little bit.
He a hoe, but I want him to die.
I want him to come back and actually redeem himself and be a good hero for like 2
I
seconds.
don't need to do all that.
No, he's already done too much. He's already done too much.
I just need to see the aftermath. Like if he's still like, if he on his Stormfront shit, just like on the deathbed for the rest of the season. You know, I just want to see what happens. I want it to just be like, oh, A-Train's dead. No. I want him to suffer more.
Oh my god!
I do not.
He's a
like
hoe.
Why?
No, he's right.
Yo, man, don't be Mr. Get
What are you
Bad now.
talking about?
Nigga murked your brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Murked his brother. Soup
Yeah.
lives matter.
That is
And
true.
Murked his brother.
And you did stand there and just watch it happen.
He did. Yeah, he did.
You didn't do anything about it. But on top of that, he's also snitched out on Starlight multiple times. She's trying to do the good thing.
Supersonic didn't have to die for this.
No,
yeah.
but I feel
Yes.
like he ever since he found out he really couldn't use his powers, he's definitely stopped doing anything. He's just kind of there being a drama queen for sure. Like as soon as they're yeah, your heart, if you push it anymore, you're gonna die. He's just been kind of moping around with everybody. Somehow barely made it back on the 7.
He's trying to do the rebranding thing. I mean, I don't necessarily think he's moping around. He is trying to rebrand. He's trying to He's trying to
rebrand, but he
trying to
can't
rebrand.
rebrand. What I mean by sit around is like he can't use his powers. Is more or less what I'm saying. Because
Of
as
course,
soon as
that's
he
why
goes
he's
to use
trying
them,
to
he dies.
That's why he's trying to rebrand right now.
To just be a walker around her.
Pretty much.
He don't,
He ain't
because like I
trying
said,
to-
it's that proximity to power, man. He don't want to be out the 7.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong. That's a good point.
Pays the bills.
You're not wrong.
You don't really do shit now, but it pays the bills still.
Yo,
He's still in it.
He's
Yeah.
just trying
Shit,
to-
I mean, look at that Herogasm house. They're not as big as the 7, but they've got it
Still
lavish.
nice. Did you guys
that
think?
house is huge.
Did you guys think Herogasm delivered? Did you get as much X-rated
100%.
material that you wanted?
As far as X-rated material, no. And I think that was like,
Yeah, you nasty.
yeah. I love how I said that so quick too. No. No.
Said I need a little more.
I thought it was cool the way they hyped it up. Like they hyped it up. Herogasm, it's gonna be freaking crazy. I love
They
that.
both say that Frenchie was gonna miss it.
That
Yeah.
was
So
hilarious.
sad he's gonna
Oh
miss it.
my god, little stuff like that, man.
It
This
is.
show is so good. Fucking yeah, Mother's Mucker's walking in the house. She's like, "Oh man, Frenchie's always wanted to see this." Blah blah blah. And then Butchie's like, "Fucking Herogasm." Oh, Frenchie's gonna be mad he missed this one. I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's so good." So they're awesome. This show's awesome.
I've never been to an orgasm nor seen an orgasm, so not
an
an
orgy.
Oh, yeah, an
an
orgy? You've never seen an orgasm? Yeah, I bet you haven't. Man.
I haven't.
You haven't made a girl do one of those?
Okay.
You haven't made a girl do
seen
one
an
of those
orgy,
yet?
but I would imagine it was accurate. I mean, there's people fucking all over the damn
I'd
house.
imagine it was accurate.
It's like they're all over the house. Not like
There's
just in
motherfuckers
one-
fucking on the stairs.
Exactly.
People
They're
floating down the stairs too.
doing it all. I'm sure
Oh.
they're homies on the roof from the outside. They were all over. That's an orgy.
Remember
I almost
the
said orgasm.
telekinesis homie? who had the electricity coming out of his head. He was in a suit.
Yeah.
He was in a suit, just like 4 girls.
Yes, that dude was funny.
Losing their shit. He's just like,
I will
see you, bro.
say that is fun. Watching superheroes use their powers for sex, that's funny. The mental dude was probably the funniest.
Mm-hmm. That ice one was gross.
That was fucked up.
Then that's where Mother's Milk was saying, like, man, they just bring sex workers in here to get banged up, and not in a good way. And that ice one was such a good thing, because that was like, oh my God.
That's going to hurt.
Your lips getting stuck to that.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know why that was the line that took it too far. Yeah,
it definitely is, and it's definitely real because he's not wrong.
We're talking about Herogasm.
I know.
That would hurt.
Just the one.
That would hurt.
It really was.
That's too much.
Yeah, you know
lips
it
so
when
nice.
Like pornography, you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
You know you got to get off of it,
Yeah.
and then you're just gonna wonder why I watched that for the next 3 weeks.
I mean, yeah, but we just been bouncing around like the whole show. So, how do you guys think, like, when Butcher, he takes the Compound V, how strong do you think he really is? Like, do you think that he could take out Homelander by himself? Because, like,
yes and no, because we kind of seen the fight, and I feel like he's got the. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if it was just the two of them for sure.
He'd have to be smart, though.
It would be a smart fight, yeah.
Because Homelander has the experience. So he 100% has the experience.
The experience
on
and the
Butcher.
brutality.
But, so, Butcher would need to be smart. And when I'm talking about laser build, like, you need to, like, have shit falling on him. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're too new. Homelander is experienced, bro. Like, he'll kill you. He will do work to Butcher, I feel. But, and I'm talking, there's 3 guys.
And how do you think, what do you think Soldier Boy, like, because here's the thing, man. Who do you think scarier?
Who?
I think Soldier Boy's scarier.
I feel like there's some with Soldier Boy, bro, like some undermining shit. That's just like, because right now he's working with Butcher and Huey, but as soon, I mean, everybody has their underlying motives, right? Like on some Game of Thrones shit. Yeah. There's always something going on. There's this bigger picture to everything. I'm like, Soldier Boy right now is kind of trying to find his team. I'm like, what the fuck is up with you, bro?
Well, now that
when you realize,
why did they sell you to the Russians?
Well,
why'd they give you out to the Russians?
If he can do his Ultra Blast and knock people's powers out, so why couldn't he just do that to Homelander?
I feel like that's new.
That's when he flew away.
I feel like that Ultra Blast thing is new.
And then, like, he had already used such a big burst at the party. He was trying to power up and shit. Yeah. And then that's when Homelander was able to just, man.
That charge up, when that charge up happened, it kind of reminded me of the Hulk at the beginning of the Avengers movie, because it's like he tried to go Hulk and couldn't do anything, and then he's got performance issues basically the rest of the movie, and that's just how they tried to frame it to you. But you know what I mean,
bruh?
Because it's like that's how that scene looks. You're like, oh, it's not happening, guys. Hang on. That's what it looked like to me.
Oh
But I really want to see what they're gonna do with the character, because I'm like, I don't know if Jensen Ackles is gonna be back for this, like, for another season.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I just want to see. I just want to see what they do with that character, or if it is just like, let's say if he hits Homelander and he hurts him a little bit, is he gonna be like, hey man, I'm the new, I'm America's new favorite superhero.
I've been the new superhero.
Yeah, I've been that guy.
Mm-hmm. Like if they bring him back into the 7?
But he's worse than he was never in the 7. Like if he's worse, because Homelander, he's like really just being vain, and he's just like, hey man, everybody just bow down to me. It's like, what if Soldier Boy's like, the evil you do know is still better than the evil you don't know, because we don't know. We don't know yet.
True. That's true. That's really true. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I do feel like I feel like there's some underlying shit with him. I feel like some underlying shit with Soldier Boy.
Definitely the Winter Soldier thing. He won't admit that that's what his thing is. I mean, I guess he hasn't even realized it.
No,
yet,
I think he legit blacks out.
Yeah.
Like, I think he legit blacks out. Well, yeah, I mean, he does. I mean, he said it when he was talking to Huey, and you could tell the discomfort in his face. It's like, I'm not a bad guy. I don't mean to kill those people. It's the same thing in the house. It's definitely Winter Soldier shit. He just.
And I also feel like we still don't know exactly what happened to get him into that compound. Like, we know they betrayed him, but we don't know how.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why did they sell you
exactly?
Because, like you said, Black Noir, he doesn't do anything without Vought's control. Which I'm on the side that I do think Black Noir is cool. Still with Soldier Boy, I don't think he did anything to get him.
I think it could be I think that could be written off as just a simple, hey man, America, they didn't want to run up against the problem that they were already having with Homelander already. So it was just like, hey man, we're going to get rid of him. We're going to try to keep perfecting it until we can make the Homelander clone, and we build him up. Like, Homelander was basically raised in a lab, but you've got Soldier Boy, who was basically, Captain America. This dude, I fought Nazis, blah, 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 blah. What American's going to be like, Soldier Boy's wrong? Soldier Boy got it. Yeah. Y'all ain't trying to listen to Soldier Boy? He's Soldier Boy. So it's just like, hey, man, but just get him out the paint. And then you build up home. Like obviously it's went haywire so far, but I think it can be written off just as much as just like, hey man, you just have to go.
Okay.
People believed in you a little too much, and we weren't trying to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's real. Especially in the real world setting of The Boys, for sure. Where does this episode rank for you?
Herogasm?
Yeah, Herogasm.
It's pretty. It's up there. It's up there. It's up, and then the seasons are so short, so I don't even know. We're probably at 25 episodes so far.
Yeah, there's like 2 more. There's 2 left of this season.
Yeah, but I mean, because I want to say top 5, but it's like okay, so because every episode is a top episode.
Honestly,
like the pilot is really up there for me. The season finale of season 2. That's.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean I think that might be up there too. We've got Ryan killing his mom. We got them when they put the beat down on Stormfront, like not Huey, but Frenchie. Girls do get it done. Yeah, and it's just like they put the work on her ass.
Main star, like that was great. That was great. What about you? Where does this rank for you?
I'm still up there. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of dumb because I missed whatever the last 2 episodes of that second season were. I feel like I kind of blanked or just lost interest or whatever. And not that I ever thought the show was bad. I just, for some reason, lost interest. So I went to rewatch those and still missed that same part. Yeah. So I feel like there's a gap.
So you didn't see when Frenchie said girls get it done?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen I haven't seen Stormfront get her ass kicked. I didn't see the last episodes. I really fucked up. I meant to do it, and then I walked into the other room and forgot to come back.
You've never seen
the other room and forgot to come back?
You've never seen it?
Of course, I've seen it. Maybe the one time I walked in the other room, and when I came back, it was already over. Okay. You know.
I don't.
It's a good show. It's a great show. I mean, the Herogasm.
Of course.
I personally like it because, like we were saying, it kind of ties everything in. It does feel like a season finale 100%. In the middle of the show.
It's crazy.
It's like there's shit happening. There's not a dull moment for sure. I personally think Mother's Milk needs to cool his head down a little bit.
What?
Wow.
Look, I get his issue and I get his pain, but it's like he can't do anything. He is a regular dude trying to kill a nuclear bomb. Literally. The part when he throws that smoke grenade at him and he just goes, all right, good shit.
What were you going to do with
this? It's like, yeah, okay, you have to, at that point you have to realize, I could shoot a bullet at him, but it's not going to do anything. And that's all Mother Milk has.
So it seems like you're on Team Butcher.
I am on Team Butcher. He doesn't have a choice at that point, though. You see what I'm saying? He literally doesn't have a choice because he could try to fight him as a regular dude. Snap, done.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So with rewatching the first season, I'm sure you remember this. In the season finale, Butcher gets Homelander. He goes to Malin. He tries to basically blow her up to hurt Homelander. Homelander kills Malin because he's like, "You lied to me. I don't give a fuck." So Homelander looks at Butcher and he's like, "What are you gonna do now?" And Butcher's like, "Well." He fucking still detonates the bomb. He was willing to kill himself to at least be like, fuck you. Yeah, like Butcher basically did suicide. And that's a good callback because when he was talking to MM down there, he was like, dude, this is suicide. Like, stop. And it's crazy because like we do it around that thing, like Butcher doesn't really have a heart, he's not a good guy, but it's like this dude was legit gonna kill himself.
No, he's not a good guy. Because he's
no.
So we're saying Butcher's a bad guy?
Yes, he's a terrible person.
Look, and that's
he treats the boys the way Homelander treats the Seven.
And I get you on that, But their inevitable goal is just to defeat the other bad guy.
But that doesn't mean that he's good. He's still the protagonist. Like he's the main protagonist of the show. We're looking at the show through his eyes. We want to root for Carl Urban the way he's got that. But the character, Butcher's fucked up.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
he's betrayed. He knocked out Mother's Milk like 3 times now.
Yes, and Mother's. You know what? I'm tired of Mother's Milk too, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, damn, Butcher, not again, Butcher. You keep doing that shit. Yeah,
you gotta be nice to him. Yeah, blah blah blah. Come on, man. You can't talk to him like this. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Eventually you just gotta be like, yo, man, I'm done.
Well, I guess now it does seem like that.
Going back to my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's gone. That's done. He can't do that no more.
Monique, my strong, beautiful sister. That white dude.
What that white dude? Like, obsessed with Homelander.
Yo, just like keep feeding that superhero garbage to his daughter.
Oh, that's so bad.
That shit was
so bad. I hate that.
I honestly think he's the funniest dude for that. When the clip of him like, I'm sick of this, I'm standing up for myself, and the dude's like,
so gross. It's so grimy because it's like real American shit though too. And also in the second season when the dude, the fucking, there's like a kind of
just some random fan. Some random guy kills
random fan. The Stormfront.
Yeah.
He's like eating the Stormfront shit up, and then he goes into the gas station and kills him because he thinks.
Are you a supervillain?
Yeah, you a supervillain. I saw it in your eyes. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Boom, right in the face. And we're just like, oh my god.
That's before he shot him. He said, "Are you bulletproof?"
Yeah, bro, it's right at home.
I guess not.
A lot of this shit hits right at home. It's so funny. We watch the show and we have a good time and laugh about it. I'm like, man, a lot of this shit hits right at home. That's where they're getting a lot of the material from, right here in America. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's
right
interesting that it's like we don't really see too much of like a more human team. Obviously, the boys are humans, but it's like they're now dabbling into the superhero realm. But there's not just a general. I guess I'm fucking stupid. We're moving on. Next topic.
Yeah, I mean, because the premise of the boys is a human team.
Yeah, trying to fight the
do
superpowers.
And now they're like, all right, well, we need to take the V to really like defeat them or kind of fight with them.
I think I meant more like street level, like seeing what the citizens of the city and the town.
That was the boys at first, but then Huey gets the job with the government, and then the boys are basically working for Huey to start. Yeah. And then he sees that Newman's, she is what she is. She's the hip hopper. Yeah. And then he started, but I mean, they were the ground level.
Yeah.
They were.
Butcher much. Being like, hey, I'm FBI. Like the season
line and shit.
Exactly.
Huey works at a fucking at a tech store.
Yeah. Electronics.
They were already doing that stuff. They were those guys, and then they got co-opted into working for the government, and now they're back to the street level.
I think her name's Mallory. The main CIA one?
Yes, okay, there we go.
That makes sense.
But also Maeve, real quick, Maeve when she fucks up Butcher. And Homelander's
Interesting that they did that, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, I just went.
It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. And he was like, she was like, oh, I've been sober for like how long? I think a year.
Yeah.
And Butcher's like, he's like, oh, I've been sober for 3 years. And he's just drinking, has a bottle, and Maeve's like, fuck it. And then boom, I'm like, that's normally how it goes.
Homelander's, I can smell him on you.
Dude, that was like, what is this guy's abilities? Like, how do we stop him?
Like, that's you say his abilities. Like, sometimes we're Starlight's just like trying to like collude behind his back. Mm-hmm. I would think that he could hear everything.
Oh my gosh! Every time they're like, he can hear you. It's like he probably could hear the whole building up and down.
Exactly. So she's just like, hey man, like I'm just gonna close this door. Yeah. I'm thinking about trying to take out Homeland.
Yeah, hold on. I'm like, you're a little bit too close. You're a little bit too close for comfort.
Boss, she's not talking.
We need to go outside the building, all the way down to level 1. There's 83 floors in here. You go all the way down.
I mean, if you can compare it to Superman, who can sit up at the top of the earth and just tune into everybody's conversation, but that's what we're comparing him to. He's supposed to be our,
He's our closest analog.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? We're supposed to at least base his power off of that. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know what to base his power off.
Do y'all think superheroes will be like that in real life? The boys are like closer to Marvel, or like
I feel like it would take a few years. I feel like it would definitely take a few years.
It'd be the boys, 100%.
100%.
The way that they market them, the way that your points, your demo with the African Americans is blah blah blah. The first season when they're like trying to sell that Prince Noble or whatever.
Was it Nubian
or something? Like, well, your city, we know your city needs a
but it was Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah. It's like Atlanta. I'll give it to Atlanta.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
300 million. What you gonna do?
It's crazy. It's like a sport.
When the Deep gets to Atlanta, that shit was funny as hell.
What?
When the Deep got transferred cities or whatever?
No, I think they sent him to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Either way, that's way worse.
In his little damn apartment.
Herogasm. We can't finish off the Deep where they bust in and he's getting hit from the octopus. But no, my brother, he wasn't done. He had the octopus in a plastic bag. He was running.
And he says, shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I'm like, yo, you know how nasty you gotta be. He basically grabbed a pocket pussy. He was like, I'm not leaving without you. Come on. Another thing too with that scene with the Deep and that octopus is when Starlight, she was like, whose idea was it? And then the octopus's thing goes like that to his forehead. That's a little thing I picked up on. The octopus was like, his idea. I'm like, you nasty, this nasty fucking show.
I just seen it as the octopus was more like, pay attention, I'm still here kind of thing.
Oh, hell no. I definitely took it. Starlight said, whose idea was it? And then the octopus's finger goes right to his fucking head, and he's like, takes it off. Yeah, I'm like, you nasty fucking bitch. So it was his idea to fuck octopus.
Yeah. Nasty
disgusting
dude.
Motherfucker. Actually, you just ate an octopus, too.
Well, he ate
a friend.
Also, I don't know if you guys have just did this, so like for the next episode, whenever you guys are just watching it, you guys look at the trivia that they put inside the episodes.
No.
So like if you doing like the Amazon Prime, you just like stop. Yeah. So it'll stop. It'll like tell you if you want to jump into the scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the Amazon Prime, and it'll just give you like little trivia facts of like, hey man, did you know this? Or it'll just obviously it's like making up stuff about the episode and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, dang, that's some cool stuff.
I think that's the coolest feature.
Yeah.
It'll show you like the actors who are in the scene too, and it'll relate what other movies. I was telling him I think that's the coolest feature, and the one way they could up that is like the MacGuffins every now and again in a movie. Be like, hey, this is the MacGuffin that they're looking for, just in case you didn't understand what's happening. But it's still right even under that trivia category.
Boys.
The boys, man.
That's some good shit.
I think Herogasm might be the best episode of the series for me. I think so.
Well, I mean, you still got 2 more episodes for the rest of the series or season.
Well, for now. For now,
Most of the time.
I think it's my favorite episode of the series. I think all the plot lines they wrapped up. They wrapped up A-Train. They wrapped up Starlight. Finally, she wanted to quit like episode 2.
Yeah,
I ain't
She
gonna lie.
really wanted to quit episode 2.
Because I made the joke about Soup Lives Matter, and it's like that could be like, hey, you're the one in power, and that could like, be like a Blue Lives Matter allegory. But Starlight is also the cop that's just like, I can fix the system from the inside. You didn't have to go back to the 7.
Yeah.
And she's still like, I can fix this.
Yeah,
no,
she
you
did.
can't.
Yeah. Finally, it
And
took
then
too
she
long to
got
realize
happy.
almost.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't need to.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of, in a way, it helped her because now her influence is
Oh
so
yeah,
high.
yeah, like where she
So
does that video. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen the tweet that they just released
Yeah.
today. Vault International, they released a tweet
Yeah.
that condemning
From Homelander.
Annie's
Homelander said some shit.
Yeah, Annie's viral video.
Oh, really?
They actually have a Twitter
I
account.
forget that they're just like that.
They
Yeah,
actually have a Vault has a Twitter
Yeah.
account, and it'll just be like, Supersonic song, like you can download it, or
Yeah.
the Deep's audiobook, you can purchase it here.
And they called her January too. She was
Yeah.
like, "My name is January, Annie January," and they were just calling her. They're like,
Yeah.
"We do not condone January. Whatever she said is false."
Yeah, like,
we
code
here
name
at Vault.
Starlight,
We
yeah.
here at Vault.
I heard there's like
blah,
YouTube
blah,
videos
blah.
and stuff with it too.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that's so fun.
They're
They
pretty
just-
hella
serious.
deep,
Their
yeah.
social media is serious.
Yeah.
Dude, this is genius. I don't know. It's a genius thing. And that's another thing too with that post. It's something about this show. I'm like, I've never seen anybody kind of do what you're doing right now. Like, I've never to be able to use a social media account to work so well with your show and how it precedes itself is insane to me.
Well, that's what you can do with that Amazon money.
Oh my god,
They are
yeah,
Vault.
them Jeff Bezos, bro. Yeah, straight up, straight up, mega corporation.
I actually forgot what the next topic was.
Verzuz.
Yeah, what was that about? Explain Verzuz to me.
Explain Verzuz.
Please explain it,
Never
because
seen any Verzuz?
I've seen it, but I don't quite understand it, and maybe there's some people at home who don't understand it.
Verzuz started off with I'm trying to think of I think it was Timberland, and I'm trying to think of what other like famous producer Swiss Beats, Swiss
Okay.
Beats, and it was just like it started during the pandemic, and it's just like, hey man, we can't leave our homes, but these two music artists, they're just gonna play some of their favorite tracks, and then like they're gonna be telling stories about the tracks and stuff. And the one that, man, it was Babyface, and who was Babyface going against? Was it Riley? Teddy Riley, I want to say. But that was the one where he was trying to do some production, and Babyface just there playing his music. And then you got the other, I think it was Teddy Riley though, but you just like in his music, like he ain't hitting, he trying to do a big production about it. And it was just like, it just wasn't hitting. But you was just like, so name any two artists that you, maybe like in hip hop R&B realm, and they would try to, and they would be going against each other. I remember Charles and I, we were texting about Snoop Dogg DMX. And we were just like, yo, he's playing this, he's playing that.
hard.
And, but this is before they were trying to make it like a big concert series. So you just got them wherever they are, and they both just playing their songs, know, and you watching it on IG Live. And it was so dope. But the one that took it to like that next level, like where they like, we're just doing concerts now, they sold out Madison Square Garden. You had Dipset versus the Lox.
Oh, yeah.
And I was one of those people, Dipset's gonna win this. You got Cameron, you got Jim Jones,
How can you
Jules
lose?
Santana, yeah. Dipset, man, the Lox came in there, shut it down. Because they was rapping, they was like, we rapping. Jadakiss is out here rapping. And then,
stupid.
man, we outside.
Yeah.
And it was like they shut it down. Fat Joe did his reaction video, he was,
It was bad.
It
was bad. Like
yesterday's price is not today's price. The COVID was in the air. Man, it was like, so that was like the moment where it's just like, so now we just got to keep doing them. Like how we're doing them with these concert style series. There was one, who did Bow Wow go against? It was Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
it was.
See, I'd seen that, but I didn't know what it was. And then when I got the text, I looked it up. But when I looked it up, it was literally just homies on stage just talking jabber for like 5 minutes. Like, I thought there was music involved with this. So I
Yeah,
just
but
not
see,
paying
now it's
attention.
not. So now it's like, so that jabber used to be when someone was at their house, just like, man, I remember like 1998. He came down and he had that nice beat. And then I was like, it took me like 2 weeks to come up with something. Now it's just motherfuckers arguing with each other on stage.
Yeah.
Because Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, 3-6.
That one was show. Because Juicy J said, suck my dick. And one of the dudes from Bone Thugs almost lost his mind.
Dude, the mic, man, that shit was so
Because
funny.
3 6 Mafia, they had that. That was one that I was tuned in for. That one was shut down.
I was on the Bone Thugs side. I thought Bone Thugs were gonna do some
crazy.
business.
How do you find these? Because when I YouTubed it, it was just a bunch of random collections.
Twitter, IG Live. There's their actual Verzuz accounts. I mean,
Okay,
go
that's
there.
probably what it was.
Actual accounts. What was another one?
Not as easy to access now. I think now you have to pay for it.
That might be
Now
why
you-
I
if
couldn't
you're not
find
watching
it.
it live.
Yeah. Really? You can still watch it live?
Yeah,
off their account?
I was watching it live on
Oh my
Twitter.
god. Okay.
Just streaming it.
Okay.
Man, dang, I'm trying to think. What was the?
You know what was a good one? Nelly and Ludacris. That was a good one. I'm not sure if you saw it. That was a good one.
That would be fun.
Nelly and Ludacris was a good one. That's another one to where everybody thought Nelly was gonna wipe the floor.
Yeah, but
because he
Ludacris-
has like bigger hits.
Yeah,
but Ludacris, bro, he
the
just got.
consistent hit.
Yeah,
and then it's
consistent.
also like what song are you
Consistent.
playing? It's like a game of chess, you know. Where it's like which song are you gonna play against song, you know? So sometimes you can be like, yo, I got to play your hit, and then you got like, I got this even bigger hit.
Yep.
Man, the one that was like the most like, yo, somebody might die, Gucci Mane and Jeezy.
Yeah.
That sounds already heavy because I thought these were old school guys. These
These are
Yeah.
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane isn't too old.
Oh, he was out.
I mean,
like,
You wasn't outside.
when
did he start?
Early 2000s, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
you
both
went-
of them. Both of
You
them.
went outside, bro.
Both of them, bro.
No, I guess not. I guess
Yeah,
not.
fool.
I thought Gucci Mane started in like 2010.
Lemonade was the first song you
Oh
heard, huh?
God, yeah.
No, I couldn't tell you the first song I heard from Gucci Mane.
But you know Lemonade.
You know, man, you just have to hear the beat.
My chain hang low?
Sure.
That's not it.
That
That is not it.
He's trying, he was trying to go for like that, like whatever mid 2000 song
Yeah.
he could get there.
That's what I remember.
No, we're not doing that. Hurricane Chris? No. You okay? Yeah, no, Gucci, bro. He was dropping mixtapes.
But the beef back then was just Jeezy had to hit on him, so then I see somebody bust up in Gucci house. Gucci killed him.
Yeah.
And then it's like it was just like and Gucci Mane was winning the verses too, and he also just out here just
He said some crazy shit on the stage, huh?
stepping on homie grave, and Jeezy, and it was like that was good. But this past one with Omarion.
See, and that's what I got onto, but I literally barely got to the part when they were about to start singing, and I was like, okay, y'all
They had a pre-show,
talking.
and it was like,
Yeah, it's a long
Yeah.
time. The beginning is a long time. You gotta.
they had a pre-show, and it was like, what the hell is this pre-show for?
Yeah.
You had Sammy out there. You had Ray
Did you
J.
watch it?
No, I'm just watching clips. It's like
Clips,
everybody
okay,
else,
okay.
Yeah.
like a little bit like live, but
Yeah.
because sometimes people are like, yo, Mario, because I'm like, especially when people live tweeting it, and they like Mario like eating him up, and I don't like a little bit of Mario too, like Mario, back when he had cornrows,
The big ones.
and because I thought Mario was gonna eat him up too. He had
Me too.
background dances,
Come on, bro.
Icebox, come on,
Omarion got
Touch.
hits. Omarion got
he didn't
hits.
try to bring out Bow Wow or something, but Mario
Omarion
was
got
out
hits.
here performing.
Yeah, like actually singing.
Where you just
Showing
like,
chops.
if you ain't got that, he hit you with a and you can't even do that.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah,
No, I hear you with that.
I want to see the whole thing in whole because
Yeah.
the whole thing in whole. I want to see the whole. Come on,
wanna
that
see the
sounds
whole
crazy.
thing, you
Yeah,
nasty.
that
You wanna
sounds
see the
crazy.
whole hole,
That
huh?
sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But
You wanna see the whole
from
hole.
everything I've heard about this versus, this seems like one of the most live verses, or just funny ones that has happened in like a long time.
Be gone.
And I'm kind
There.
of bummed.
Go on, buddy.
I'm definitely bummed that I missed it. But some of the clips are just crazy. Omarion eating watermelon on the stage while you getting your ass whooped. What are you doing, bro?
Gotta stay hydrated.
And he was singing Bridge. Gotta stay high. Get out of here with that.
Gotta stay hydrated. man.
He was singing Bridge Interlude by Drake, eating watermelon. I'm like, bro, this song is a classic song. You out here eating watermelon to this song right now, bro? And then he gonna give it to a fan and have the girl eat the watermelon. Man,
Did she enjoy the watermelon?
She ate the fuck out of it.
She enjoyed the watermelon.
Came from Omarion, man. What you think? What do you think? What you think? Ay. And then Ray J came on there singing One Wish.
He was on the pre-show.
Yeah, that was a pre-show? Oh, yeah. That's what it sounded like,
Off
too.
key.
That's what it sounded like,
Off
too.
key.
Just like you.
Dang, don't let me do that to you.
No, you sounded
Gotta
better
let y'all
than
know,
that.
man.
2022 distilled karaoke champion. Don't test these pipes. Right. Yeah.
Demar
We come for
definitely
you
got
next
chops.
year.
Demar
Game
got
Pop coming
chops,
for you next
sure.
year.
I'm gonna go that trophy. I got the trophy. That's what I should have brought for my show and tell.
That would be
Our
good.
fucking Karaoke championship. 2022.
Ay.
Distilled karaoke.
Did you bring a show and tell?
No, I did not.
It's okay, because I don't think either of us did as well.
Oh, so y'all supposed to bring some too?
I mean, yes and no, but If
not
you
gonna
want,
lie.
we can count your hat.
You
Oh, I did bring some. Yeah, I did bring some. I got some.
You're just saying that because you got something in your bag.
I mean,
That's
I
usually-
got it out. I got it out.
Oh, man.
Oh, here's my Switch. Oh,
Yeah, my Nintendo Switch.
I brought something in.
This is what it means to me.
Yeah, right here. I play it a lot. I love it so much. This is my show.
For those of you who do not know,
I love to play Nintendo Switch games.
I'm not gonna lie, I really just wanted to talk about Fusion Frenzy because I was like, that's one of the best games ever made.
Hey, that's slick.
Do you got you? Really
I know what that is.
Y'all remember
Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the Xbox.
I swear to God, I ain't got it. I don't have the case of Fusion Frenzy, but it was just a game that you could play on Xbox. I felt like everybody you went over to their house, everybody had Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it came with the Xbox when you bought it. I just thought so because everybody had that game.
Yep.
So you got like a little multiplayer game. Everybody's what do you call that? Those style, like almost like a
It's a
Mario,
Mario Party.
like a Mario
It's a Mario Party
you know,
without the board.
Yes.
Mini games.
A bunch of
Yeah.
mini games, and you're picking your character, and you get around with your cousins, and you just play Fusion Frenzy on the Xbox, and it's the best time of your life. God, take me back to 2002.
The fact that you said cousins is like you're dead on. I played that shit with my cousins. That's good shit.
Damon's a man of the culture because
No, he
to
is.
know about Fusion Frenzy is pretty dope.
Is it on Game Pass?
It is.
It
I don't know.
is.
I actually downloaded it. I actually downloaded Fusion Frenzy some months ago. It was like in the pandemic. I downloaded it. I played it.
Is it
did
the
not
ori-
age well.
What?
It's definitely
No.
the original. It did not age well.
I bet it did.
But
you don't.
playing it was cool. I
not-
didn't have people next to me.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
not
have
playing it with
nobody
your cousins. You're not.
Yeah, I
playing
didn't have
you don't have to
nobody
worry about getting off the
I didn't
sticks
have
if you
nobody-
come in last place.
yeah.
If you need that pressure on the back of your neck.
It's different. Maybe one of these days
We're gonna play
we
Fusion
come
Frenzy.
here and play Fusion Frenzy. Get 4
That's
controllers.
honestly what I always thought
Boom.
gaming pop might be. I always figured there. Never mind. We'll talk about that one other
Yes.
day. But
He said,
We're
"This is
gonna,
not
we're
what I
gonna
wanted
get
for the
Jorian's
vision."
vision of the show
No.
with Fusion Frenzy. I swear to
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
man. Like the one little game where you would have to like just jump over the thing, and then if you didn't jump over it,
Yeah.
it just keeps spinning it. Oh man, I was a master at that.
Remember the one in the cage? Like you were in the ball cage?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're bumping each other off or what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or the
I
one
remember
with
being in
the
ball cage.
board's just spinning super fast and you got to stay on.
They try to stay out.
Yeah,
stay,
something
go
like
in
that.
the middle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
most
yeah.
of the games you were
Fusion
in
Frenzy,
like
bro.
a ball or something,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. Fusion Frenzy was
Damn.
dope. There was once where it's like I had like two levels. And I remember it was like an elevator. It was like an elevator. You had to like go down and you had to try to do something on here and you had to go back up and people were trying to stop you. I don't know. But
Man, we're really trying to access memories from 20 years ago.
yeah, Fusion Frenzy was
No,
something-
it was a good.
something else.
That was a good game.
20 damn years ago.
What's funny is I keep getting Fusion Frenzy mixed up with a snowboarding game in my mind. Like I'm flashing
The
between
SSX
two.
one?
Yeah,
That game was awesome.
Yeah.
That game was awesome too. Love that game.
yeah.
Love that damn game.
Those were the times.
Those were
Yeah.
the days.
Now we're old.
Well, I wanted to talk about the Amber Heard and a little bit about the Overturned, but I feel like we kind of ran out of time. Do y'all,
We can get in. We can sneak it in real quick.
you want to?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Jhonny Depp, Amber Heard. I mean, you see that trial. She defamed him. I don't even know how much he wins in the case. I don't. And then like his commercials are coming back now. He signed on for to do another Pirates of the Caribbean movie now. But it's like I don't think that his career should have been stopped because of this anyway.
course not.
If you want to have
Bullshit.
him be in the movies, just have him be in the movies. If people don't, I always. Oh, okay, okay. Do we need to stop? Okay. I always thought that, like, hey, man, if you want to hire Jhonny Depp for your movie, hire him for the movie. I think that he hurt this whole Amber Heard stuff, hurt the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Did you know he was supposed
Yeah,
to be
they fucking
Grindelwald?
replaced him.
But here's the thing.
Wait, they
too.
replaced him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they replaced him with
That's
Mads Mikkelsen.
fine.
And they should have just had it be Colin Farrell because he was pretending to be Colin Farrell the whole time in the first one anyway. Anywho.
Yeah.
But this whole Amber Heard thing, where one of the things where people were like, see, and so many people just had so much vitriol, like, they just wanted to see her get her comeuppance. And for me, it's like, why do you care so much?
Yeah.
All right, so one person lied about the spousal abuse that they had. And did she probably lie about some of the stuff? Yeah, but I don't think that she was just out here MFing him, punching him in the face,
Yeah.
and he was just cowering in a corner, just like, please, God, what have I gotten myself into? I can't leave. She's too powerful.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like even you can say however drunk you are. Drunk, you're using more emotion than you are feeling. So if someone is, or thought, I should say.
Yeah.
So if someone's coming at you like that and you're drunk, like as we assume Jhonny Depp would be, he's going to use a little bit of force. But I don't know.
I mean, you don't want to put that on anybody
I don't
and be
know.
like, you did something. But I mean, Dmon didn't say he did any force. He's just saying, I highly doubt.
Yeah, that he
That
did.
he was just some
time,
angel.
he's
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So from a case from the standpoint of defamation, did she, defame his character? Yes, she did.
Yeah.
This dude was losing all this work. But that doesn't mean that he's cleared of, he ain't never lay a hand on her,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then it's also, where it ties into Roe v. Wade, Where when people say, like, because then people are like, oh, this is why you can't believe all women. No, that's not the case. Because some millionaire is trying to get even with another. Bro, I don't know if she's trying to boost up her career. She's in Aquaman, for God's sake. You don't need the bigger career boost. You're in DC movies now. But that's not the case for people like that come up and stuff. See, I told you these hoes be lying. Like, if you're already going to say that, you already didn't want to believe women in the first place.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to have these conversations with people, you know?
I hear that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. The only reason that I thought it was interesting is because Johnny Depp's our boy, and I really miss Pirates of the Caribbean.
Our boy.
I mean,
Johnny
from
Depp's
Rip,
our
I was
boy.
like, whatever she's saying, not true. That's my guy. I believed it.
You knew him personally.
Of course
Oh,
not.
He was in
but-
the scissors hands. He wouldn't do
Get
that.
outta
That's
here,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What do you mean? How could he? He is a good guy.
Hey,
Haven't you seen The Boys?
Yeah,
We
I've
just
seen
talked
the
about
boys. I know now. Now I know.
So-
They're
Carl
like
Urban.
that.
So-
What's their most important thing they always talk about? Their fucking image.
Do you not realize the
Just
only
wanna
bits
protect
of
the
that
image.
court trial that I really heard was that she pooped in the bed? That's about all I really heard about all that.
I take
That's
away.
all.
That's
she-
about
that's
that's
the main
about
thing I
all
take
I
away,
heard and
low-key.
found out. And I heard,
It
oh,
wasn't
Johnny
her
Depp
poop,
in the.
though. I heard she grabbed some poop from somewhere, man. And put it in the bed, man. I don't think it was her poop. But,
That's even worse.
I mean, if she did squat on the bed and poop, that's some nasty shit.
Either which way, there's poop in the, there's poop in the bed. There's no good answer but that.
So this is what y'all trying to talk about, huh? Poop in the bed, huh? Y'all.
Speaking of poop on the bed,
y'all didn't get enough. Y'all didn't get nasty with Herogasm.
What you mean? Speaking of poop on the bed,
one
what are you gonna go with this?
one time, that little guy over there, he
Okay.
shot on my bed in the middle of the night,
yeah.
and I woke up because my toe hit it.
Okay.
nice segue.
I don't know. I just
Here we go. Real
I was just
quick.
being funny about
What?
poop.
I know because I was trying to get it there when I was like, yo, believe all women. We're gonna believe all women, and that's why women's rights are so important.
Mm-hmm.
With
Okay.
Roe v. Wade.
Nah, I see what
being
this is.
Let's bring it back.
I see what this
Yeah,
way.
Let's bring it back.
You know, the Supreme Court decision. I mean, you guys want to talk about this a little bit. So
Just a little.
How do you guys feel? I mean, like, what do you feel? Like, what actually did you guys want to talk about it? Because for me, this all started, you could see that this was coming with the Supreme Court justices back in 2015, 2016, when Mitch McConnell was basically like, hey, man, Obama, we're not letting you elect. We're not going to appoint that guy that you want to put on the board here. Merrick Garland, nah, it's not happening, bro. And then you got Trump winning, and then Trump, he appoints these justices. You've got Kavanaugh and Judge Amy Coney Barrett.
How do you know all of this?
So
How do
you
pay
got
attention to
Barrett
all
and
of this?
Kavanaugh on, and then they basically saying, hey, you know, you ask them under oath, hey, are you guys going to overturn Roe v. Wade? It's like, hey, man, law's law. Hey, man, what are we going to do? We don't know. Then they finally got the chance, and it's over there. And then in the dissent, you got Judge Clarence Thomas, the only black Supreme Court justice. He's basically like, hey, man, everything's up for grabs. He's like, because it's not precedent. It's like there's nothing in the Constitution, the Founding Fathers, when you want to be an originalist, when it suits you, that, hey, man, there's nothing about rights to protect abortion. Let's leave it to the states. But, you know, there's also, hey, he's talking, Clarence Thomas is basically like, hey, what about gay marriage?
Yeah.
What about contraception? Maybe even a little bit. But, you know, one of the things that he didn't touch because he loves his white wife, interracial marriage. There's nothing in the original Constitution about interracial marriage. They could say, hey, let's leave that up to the states. If you wanted to go that far, because you want to be such an originalist, but it only fits to where people are tying into the things that they want to believe in. And they could have codified Roe v. Wade long ago. That so many Democrats have been in office. It's not just Obama. Biden could have done it before. There's so many people back. Like, wait, why didn't you just do it when you had the chance that this could have made this into law? And now you really almost 1 million women a year that are going to be hurting from this decision, depending on where they live at. And there are so many things that could have been done to the point that, because a lot of people's outrageous now, but I'm someone that when you just look back at the law, you look back at Mitch McConnell's plan to decimate the Supreme Court. It's like,
And
you
well,
guys
my
should have
question
done
is
something about this before.
what's their point of making it illegal? Why all of a sudden? It's been legal for 50 years, basically.
Yeah, you can say to control women, but it's also conservatism with just, you can say control women, but also Christianity's a big problem in this. When people like to point, I didn't know that anything I don't think anything in the Bible says, hey, you can't get an abortion. But when people try to tie that to, you know, their religion, that it's being forced upon so many Americans. There was a case that was also decided in this Supreme Court cycle about the separation between church and state within schools. There was a high school football coach, and he's like, "Hey man, I want to pray," and then they basically in the school's like, "Hey man, stop praying like at the football games. This is up in Washington, a pretty liberal state. Hey man, stop praying like in the football states." And then it's like, "Hey man, you suspend it." And then he's like, "Man, I should have my job. All I want to do is pray with my kids before and after a game." And you would think, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We used to do that all the time for football or basketball game, whatever your sporting event is." And now the Supreme Court saying you have every right to do that. If you want to pray, but basically this is an educator. He wants to pray, he can do it. So, but imagine, here's the problem for, no offense, Christians but mostly white people. If you got like the Muslim coach and he just like, "All right, man, we about to pray to Allah."
It'd be a whole other game.
Yeah. And
then it would just be like, "I don't know, we like, Supreme Court said it's fine. We don't want to hear no problems about this, right?" Those are the things that it's that slippery slope. Yeah. So, and also the thing about America is, Trevor Noah made the joke, the host of The Daily Show. It's like, "Oh man, just give it to the states." But then, the states, every state has different counties, and people in the different counties may disagree on rules. And then you got the different counties, you've got the different citizens. So, but even the people,
the different districts almost.
Yeah, even different districts. So how about we just leave it to people inside their own houses and let them make the choices that they want to make at the year, right? Doesn't that make the most sense? Yeah. Just let each individual person make the decision that they want to make, because a lot of the times, and there are also things, there are a lot of issues where people say, "Hey man, this sort of pregnancy needs to be terminated, and an abortion is the only way." Like those, even like those big emergency reasons, like those actual medical issues, those are all should be allowed. But also, why do you care so much of what someone else is doing?
Exactly.
Is the bigger issue.
No, that's exactly the thing. And the fact of it's like, I don't know, man. I've known a few girls who've told me about their parents' stories and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, that would suck to not be able to get rid of something like that, or to have to, so I can't relate, and I can't talk too much on it because I don't know anything, but I don't know. It definitely sucks that we constantly
are going to solve this issue, right?
I know. Yeah. It just sucks that it's like, that's how our government works, though. Is like, I feel like even as average citizens, we could go vote today, but they could still overturn something because our vote means so much to the next group, and the next group, the bigger, the classes and all. What is that? Government's a branch? I forget what it is.
3 branches of government?
Not the 3 branches of government. How they break up how things vote, how things are voted for. You know what I mean?
Because we're not a true democracy. We're a democratic republic.
Exactly.
I think that's what you want to say.
Pretty much.
We vote for people who then make the decisions for us.
Based off of our vote, kind of.
Yes.
Based off of our vote.
But it's also, that's why voting is so important as well, because you vote to put these people in office. They make these decisions on your behalf. So you have to put the right people into office that are going to be making the right decisions on your behalf.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. That's our pop culture episode.
Go out and vote.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
I don't really have too much to add.
I was just generally curious. I wanted to see what homie's thoughts and on opinions on where that, and honestly, I wanted to see how we would tiptoe on that. Yeah. Give us a little challenge.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to have Dmon on to talk about that. Because unlike us, Dmon will do his work,
research.
especially in a lot of the political shit. Like I'm
do you feel like you have to do the political stuff for the shows? For your morning shows, or that's just your own thing?
No, I just talk sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time I tweeted, I was like, the problem with racism is white people, and then some people were trying to get me fired.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't leave me alone.
This man he basically got canceled. Yeah. Before being famous. He got canceled before he was famous.
That's why this little bubble that I'm in right now, this is fine. I can't get any more famous than this.
He said radio.
Oh my gosh! Real quick, just a quick little flex. When bowling, with Distill, it was like a one bar against another bar.
I seen that.
Fun time.
Shut up! You did not.
Met a fan out in the wild, just out bowling. He was on the other team.
Yeah.
He said he got goosebumps. He was like, I got goosebumps right now. Have to share that story.
Mr. Dmon.
That's the flex.
Mr. Dmon.
My brand is Brolic. Follow me at Dmon_the boss on all your social medias.
Let's go.
I'm Brolic right now.
Well, from all of us here at Gaming Pop, I think that's the episode.
Let's wrap this episode.
What do we normally say? Deuces?
Deuces!
Deuces!
Later. That is a wrap.
Okay. Good shit.